Haha, I'm late. You know what? I should probably try and find some kind of like starting screen that doesn't have a countdown, maybe? I don't know. How useful is the countdown? Does anyone actually use the countdown to like judge? I don't really know what the point of the countdown is in a lot of ways. I should watch some other streamers and get an idea of what they actually do. Also, if you haven't noticed, I got a haircut. This is still drying, so it's very slicked back, and I feel like I'm in some kind of, like, I don't know. I murder people in a cyberpunk dystopia. Like, that's what this is giving me right here. And I'm wearing a tank top too, which is not helping anything. Damn it. Things I didn't think of when I did this. I mean, I slicked it back like this, and it was giving me very, what's his face from, Doug? Roger, right. It's giving me very Roger from Doug. Like, yeah, this is giving that a little too much. That's a problem. But you beat me to it. Yeah. I mean, I vaguely remember that show. I remember it being on, I remember watching it, and I remember not liking it. That's basically what Doug was to me. That era of cartoons right there, like Doug, Daria, they just missed me completely. I was not the target audience, that's for sure. Whatever. C'est la. Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's awesome. Hey, trying is half of it, so. As you can see, I made applesauce. This is because I had leftovers of the Chinese food that I had on Tuesday. And, yeah, the rice needed something, and I didn't have soy sauce, so but I did have dark soy sauce, like thick soy sauce, which is mostly used just to color dishes. It's not really used for much else. It's basically like soy sauce based molasses kind of a deal, right? That's the consistency, and the flavor profile is very like dark and sweet, but it also is very bitter, and I used too much to try and give it some taste, and so it ended up being gross. And so all I had was 5 pieces of chicken, and so I have supplemental food. Supplemental food. What's that? Saw Doug but didn't see SpongeBob? How? I don't. But they're both Nickelodeon. How did you manage to see Doug? I don't understand. I have to show this boy all of SpongeBob. I hope you all know. Like, didn't see SpongeBob, doesn't get, like, he gets the references because they've been memed so much, but not like the context of things. And I'm like, oh my god, I have to show you like all of the first 3 seasons. We have to watch them. We've watched 1 so far, and it's only because it was a specific one that I wanted to show him that was very applicable to him. It was boating school. Like, it was the first boating school episode, the one where SpongeBob tries to get his license and the radio gets stuck in his head, and Patrick is like giving him the directions, and he like almost nails the test and then like freaks out at the last second. It's like, it's perfect. It was perfect in so many ways. I needed to show that. But like, come on, Krusty Krab pizza, it's the pizza for you and me. Allegra's Window, I don't know that one. Oh, I would say that sounds amazing. I don't like fish though, so I'm not the one to say what that tastes like, because to me, as soon as you said fish, also mushrooms, as soon as you said fish, my brain went So, but that also sounds kind of amazing, like really nicely done. Good job. Oh, I'm sure. I'm broken, I know, but that's okay. That's okay. What I learned in boating school is, see, the thing is, that's from a different episode though, when he does the essay, which fucking relatable though. Like, what I learned in boating school is the like, just the so fucking relatable. I feel like everybody had one of those moments. Balsamic onions. Oh my god. Listen though, balsamic vinegar reductions on like sweet things, fucking amazing. Hold on though. Hear me out. Pumpkin ravioli with a gorgonzola sauce and a balsamic reduction glaze. It's fucking amazing. Like, you can also do butternut squash for the raviolis. Both are great. I will admit to you right now, I have not made this. Okay, full disclosure. I've gone to a restaurant and ordered this because I don't have that kind of skill to make my, well, skill's not the right word. I don't have that kind of patience to make my own pasta, especially not stuffed pastas. But like, yeah. Allegra's Window was all puppets. I've never heard of this show. Fascinating. I think I didn't have Nick Jr. until I was past the point of watching Nick Jr. So, like, whether or not we had extended cable fluctuated a lot in my household as a kid. And it was mostly whether the cable company fucked up and gave us extended cable by accident, because we only paid for basic. But every once in a while we would have extended cable and I'd be able to watch SpongeBob and, you know, Powerpuff Girls, Totally Spies, Totally fucking Spies, which slaps so hard. They're making a movie. I'm so excited. But like, yeah, a lot of the other times in between, I grew up on CSI, NCIS. Ugly Betty was the rare show that was very much aimed towards me in a lot of ways. That was on ABC. And to this day, it is one of my favorite shows. I'm not sure if it's my favorite show totally, definitely, but it's definitely in the top 3. I go back to it all the time. I mean, a lot of puppets are nightmare fuel, except for the Muppets. Like, the Muppets are really good. Angela something? Animation with real faces? I don't know that one. Animation with real faces, though. Angels? I don't know this one. Angels? All right, now I gotta look these up. I got my curiosity going here. Angela Anaconda. Okay. First, I'm gonna look up Allegra's Window. Oh my god, wait, I know this. I know this terrifying child puppet thing. What the fuck? I remember seeing it go by and being like, what the fuck is this? And that was basically it. Yeah, it was what the fuck is this and move on. Yeah, that is terrifying. I do remember it now. Wow. That yellow dog has eyes that I feel like they're burning into my soul. Okay. Angela Anaconda. Oh my god, this thing. This fucking thing. Oh my god. Oh, this is a blast from the past in a not good way. Oh my god. Wow. That is a very specific kind of horrifying. Blue one with the black eyes and teeth. Blue one with the black eyes and teeth? I don't see. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's horrifying. What the fuck? And the... Oh, it gets worse as I look at it. Oh my god. Yeah, that's not... that's not good. Well, my day's been ruined now. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. This is in the range, not big. Wow, my eyes have been opened to some pretty horrifying fucking things that I did not ever really need to see, or be reminded that exist. It's a mini Dorito. Let me pull out another one. Hold on. Look at how little it is. It's so little. Oh. Like, man. I mean, 2000s kids shows were weird as fuck. Let's be honest. They were weird. Honestly, one of the funniest, like, running jokes at this point of, TV shows geared towards kids is that, like, people who watched Totally Spies grew up with a shitload of kinks. Like, people who watched Totally Spies and people who watched SpongeBob ended up with a bunch of kinks. Because, like, those shows are just, like, deeply kinky. No if, and, or but about it. Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that's just weird stuff, weird shit. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Listen. And they're out here worrying about drag queens reading kids' books, and we're like, nah, you all let us watch things. We're all gay now because we watched TV. Your parents were right when they told you, don't watch that, it'll melt your brain. And guess what? We watched that. Anyway, Nancy Drew and old-timey bullshit. Indeed. Can we go back to the recent page so I can... Nancy Drew and Secret of the Old Clock, baby. This needs to be louder. That's not working. Try this again. Oop. Okay. I have the air conditioning on, so it needs to be a little louder for me. Otherwise, I'm not going to hear Nancy in her beautiful dulcet tones. Okay, so I even wrote where I left off. This is a decoder. It's a trivet. I am realizing as I played this on Tuesday. You know, given that Tuesday's emotional state was a little rough, I didn't really explain this terribly well. I kind of know the ins and outs of this game a little more than some of the others. I don't really know why. But I know what to do next, and I know where I'm going and what I'm doing and when I need to do it. So if I'm running on autopilot in a way that doesn't make a lot of sense to you, I apologize. I will quickly try to explain some of them. Like in this case, you have all these pictures here that correspond to something, right? And then you've got these right here, these little decorative doohickeys, which are the same decorative doohickeys that were on the panel in the secret passage that we opened up and found the Creepy's Corner vinyl in, which had a bunch of sound effects in it. Sound effects like clashing swords and hoofbeats and a bag of coins and rain. See where I'm going with this? That is a coded message with this is the thing. Now, I'm trying to remember. I think it said 2 to the right in his journal. We're gonna run and check.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
This guy generally doesn't give a fuck, so it's fine.
I'm going to poke around some more, if that's okay.
I don't mind.
Oh my god, really? That's hilarious. I mean, children's TV during that time has to have been a small world, but that's perfect. Here we go. 2 to the right. 2 to the right. So, hoofbeats. I'm guessing that right in this case is clockwise, so that would be L, thunder, E. That's 2 E's. So we have 2 thunder. I wrote these down, obviously. Rain is F. Door, A. Footsteps, D. Swords, X, 2X. Thunder coins, thunder, E, G. Is that right? Is that supposed to say something, or what is G, O, O, F, oof, O, O, D, good. No, that's wrong. 2 to the right, though. What does the 2 to the right stand for? Yeah, no, that's wrong. I'm dumb. I already know the answer. Good fellow. Open the journal, though.
Now what?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
Dickbag. Gotta go back to the bank.
Hello again.
What's your opinion of Richard Topham?
Interesting gentleman who's in an interesting line of work.
That's vague. Gotta go fast.
Do you think he really does what he says he can do?
He makes a living doing whatever it is he does, so obviously someone thinks he's the real deal.
The key that you had Mr. Waddell appraise, could that be the key to the clock that Josiah Crowley gave you?
It might have been, I suppose. You know about that?
I found the receipt on the path to Richard Topham's house.
Really? I thought I'd thrown it out. You see, when he told me the key was worthless, I lost all interest in it.
So, it would be all right if I kept the key for myself?
I have no use for it. In fact, if you want that old clock, you can have it too.
I guess I'll be going.
Give my best to Emily.
Well, so that means that if we want to mess around with it, it's totally fine.
Sure be nice to be able to open this thing.
Fun fact, you can. Ooh, hello. Oh, right. So there's little lines here, and they line up and form a path. There we go. Nancy just collecting clocks. Oh my god. Autocorrect almost made bad in that sentence. Let me tell you, I have already told my boyfriend about this. The number of times that I have tried to write Nancy Drew's Secret of the Old Clock, and it almost dropped the L out of that. But it's not autocorrect that's doing this, it's my brain. Just some more confirmation that I'm really fucking gay. I don't know what else to say about that.
What's cooking?
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha. Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Oh no, this will probably be fine. I mean, I already had protein, so it's mostly just a little bit of something vegetable or fruit, which the applesauce, and some starch, which I got plenty of this. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Slider puzzles. Ooh, my favorite. Elliot's always standing by. He's such a sweetheart. Mwah. Okay, I think that's all the mirrors we need. Things are happening too fast. I need a drink. Okay. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. That's sinking in. Ooh. I worked an extra 3.5 hours this week to not go into work tomorrow. Alright, did we get them all? Yep. Alright, let's do this.
I need to adjust the mirrors so that the light hits them just right.
Okay. Okay. Not there then. Here we go. Come on. Oh, I'm dumb. There we go. Shit. That looks safe. This guy had too much money. And time. Marcel's band, you old coot. L what?
I've seen these symbols before. They were in that newspaper story about hobos.
Ordered new quartz from Crowmeister Crystal. Paid $4.74 highway robbery. Delivery takes 6 weeks. Have Waddell cut the blank. He did a swell job last time.
That won't work. Looks like Josiah was a ham radio operator. Looks like I can't use the radio unless and until I replace the crystal.
Not the journal. 2 to the right. Brain is having a moment where I don't remember what he means.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Do you by any chance know who Marcel is?
Marcel was what Josiah called his favorite hat.
His hat? The man named his hat?
He loved that hat, so to him, naming it made perfect sense.
Do you still have Marcel?
No, as a matter of fact, I gave that hat to Gloria Crandall. She said she was fond of the old fellow and wanted something to remember him by, although I suspect the real reason she wanted that hat was to see if he'd stashed any money in it.
Josiah ordered something from the Krollmeister Crystal Company just before he passed away. Do you know if it ever arrived?
You must be talking about that chunk of quartz that came last winter. I still have it right here. Why?
I was wondering if I could buy it from you. For my father. He loves quartz.
Perhaps we can work something out. You see, amazing as this is going to sound, I am able to project my thoughts into another person's brain.
Here we go.
Really?
The only problem...
Really?
Everyone has the intellectual capacity to receive my thoughts.
Just do it.
But since you have already demonstrated a high level of intelligence, yes, you may very well be the ideal subject.
Me? Really?
You are going to help me prove that I am telepathic. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to shuffle a deck which contains 5 sets of these cards. Then I'm going to turn my back, draw a card, look at it, and start transmitting my thoughts. When you receive my thoughts, you will identify the card I'm looking at. Once you correctly identify 5 cards in a row, I'll give you that piece of quartz.
But what if I can't do it?
Just stay focused on the cards and my superior brain power will do the rest. Very well, let's begin.
Superior.
Tell me, what card is this?
This one?
Very good.
Okay, what card is this? Circle.
Tell me what card this is.
This one?
Wrong.
Okay.
Here's another. What card am I looking at?
This one?
No, try again. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Very good.
Concentrate.
Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well, let's begin. Tell me, what card is this?
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
I think it's this one.
Incorrect.
Nope.
You must focus. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
Now they're looking at.
This one.
Incorrect. You
Nope.
must focus. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
That's not right.
What?
Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
I think it's this one.
Wrong.
Oh my gosh. Whenever he picks up a particular card, he always says the same thing.
Well,
Yes, I know, Nancy. I'm trying to do that, but
5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I looking at?
card am I looking at? I've already done these two, haven't I?
This one.
Incorrect.
No.
You must focus. Here's another. This is which card?
This one.
No, try again. What card am I holding?
This one.
Very good.
Okay.
Here's another.
Square is holding.
This is which card?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me what card is this? That's
This
circle.
one.
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
Keep going.
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Which card am I thinking of?
Card am I thinking of?
This one.
No, try again. Tell me, what card is this?
Tell me what card is this? That is
This
circle.
one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card am I looking at?
I haven't determined this one yet.
This one.
No, try again. What card am I holding?
It's a
I
square.
think it's this one.
You go, girl. Here's another. What card is this?
What card is this?
This one.
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Incorrect. You must
Not that one.
focus. Here's another. What card is this?
I think it's this one.
Incorrect. You must focus. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Marvelous. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
That's not right. Here's another. Which
Just gonna-
card am I thinking of?
I think it's this one.
Wrong.
I wonder, could he be telling me what
Yeah,
he's picking up?
Nancy, yes. Yes, that is what it is, but I'm trying to do some
Identify 5
process of elimination thing here, and it's
Bet.
getting hard when you keep interrupting my process of elimination, Nancy.
am I looking at?
Card am I looking at? We're going to use the circle this time.
This one.
Excellent. Here's
Okay.
another. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card is this?
This one.
Incorrect. You must
Okay.
focus. Here's another.
Ow.
Can you tell me what card this is?
This one.
That's not right. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
This one?
Wrong. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I concentrating on?
This one.
Yes. Here's another. Do you know what card I'm looking at?
This one?
That's not right. Here's another. What
Oi,
card
all right.
am I holding?
I think it's this one.
Yes. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one?
Yes. Here's another. What card am I holding?
This one.
Very good. Well, you failed to correctly identify 5 in a row. Shall we continue?
You bet. Ready when you are.
Very well. Let's begin. What card am I looking at?
This one.
Wonderful.
I'm cheating.
Another. Tell me, what card is this?
This one.
Wonderful. Here's another. What card am I thinking about?
I think it's this one.
You go, girl.
You go, girl.
What card am I looking at?
This one.
Excellent. Here's another. Which card am I thinking of?
This one.
Very good. You did it. Well,
There we go.
actually, I did it. But in any case, thank you for your assistance. Here's the piece of crystal that Josiah ordered. Take it. You've earned it. Well, actually, I earned it, but let's not quibble.
Dick bag.
But Mr. Topham, you didn't really. I'm afraid that subconsciously you may have.
Yes?
Never mind.
Do you need anything else?
It was nice talking to you.
The feeling is almost mutual.
What a dick. Let's see about that hat.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Hi, Nancy.
Would you happen to know where your mother put Josiah's favorite hat?
Look in the drawer right below me. That's where all Mom's mementos are.
I'll be back.
Hello.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe this is the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Well, we got some errands to run in town, so here we go. I never actually did mention about today, did I, at the beginning of the stream? Today, if Tuesday was, like, terrible in so many different ways, which it was, today is, like, the antidote to it in a bunch of different ways as well. So I have nothing but endless hope right now, and I'm actually actively trying to not get too hopeful about things, but
Now what?
I need for
Doing
you to
well.
get a blank from this piece of quartz.
No big deal. Let's see it.
The blank needs to be just like the one you made before for Josiah Crowley.
Like I said, no big deal. You're gonna have to cough up $2 though. You can pay me when you.
$2 Jesus Christ. In this economy? Let's open the safe deposit box and hope there's $2 in there.
Hello again.
I think I found the key to Josiah's safe deposit box.
Really?
I have it right here.
It is from this bank.
May I see if it opens the box?
It takes 2 keys to open a safe deposit box, the owner's key and my key. And in this case, I'm under no obligation to open it for you.
Oh, but I...
However, were you to do me a small favor,
Here we go.
I hired a seamstress to make a dress for my wife's birthday next week. Unfortunately, the seamstress and I had a falling out, and now I need to find someone to finish the dress.
Maybe I could find somebody. How much are you willing to pay them?
Oh, the fact of the matter is, the dressmaker quit because I couldn't pay her. I misled you before. Business is not fine.
Oh boy.
This bank is on the brink of ruin.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Archer.
Yikes. Good job, Nancy.
I wanted to get my wife something nice because, well, it might be the last nice thing she gets for a long, long time. Now, Emily once mentioned that Jane used to be a dressmaker.
All right, so $2 in 1930. Is $35.57. $35.57 today. $2, $35.57.
How much more has to be done on the dress?
I have it right here. The seamstress said that all the pieces have been cut out and basted together. All that's needed is a sewing machine. When it's finished, bring it back and I'll let you try that key in Josiah's safe deposit box.
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
We better make some money because we got to apparently come up with $35 fucking dollars.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Take this to Margaret Judson at the Deer Mountain Resort. Keep up the good work.
All right, Deer Mountain Resort is this way.
Hello, I have a telegram here for Margaret Judson.
She'll be delighted, I'm sure. I'll take it to her. Thank you.
Bye.
God, Nancy's so plucky.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your...
More like that, short.
And here's your next telegram. This one goes to Counselor Ed out at Camp Avondale.
That is not close.
Hi, Alice. Is Counselor Ed around? He has a telegram.
I think he's down at the swim dock. I'll take it to him.
Thank you. Bye.
Nancy knows all the locals' names now.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Mrs. Perkins at Sunnybrook Farms. Keep up the good work.
Sunnybrook is up here.
Hi, Rebecca. I'm supposed to deliver this to Mrs. Perkins.
You better let me deliver it. Mrs. Perkins can be very grumpy, even when my curls are at their curliest and my dimples are at their dimpliest, and I'd much rather she yell at me than you.
Well, okay. Thank you,
All right.
Rebecca.
You're welcome.
Okay, Shirley Temple. Nope, wrong street. I know.
Did you deliver that
Ugh.
telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Deliver this to Professor Randall out at the observatory. Keep up the good work.
Hello, Dr. Bob. I've got a telegram for Professor
Dr. Bob.
Give it to him later. As you can see, he's a little busy at the moment.
What's he doing up there?
He's undertaking the very delicate task of cleaning the lens.
Uh-oh.
Randall! What have you done?
I'll be going now.
Leave, and leave quickly.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
That's
Of course. All right, that was a joke I made. I didn't know that. That was a joke I made, but it makes so much sense. That's probably how
I sure
the
did.
developers were going.
Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This goes to Mr. Brocklehurst out at Lowood Academy. Keep up the good work.
Hello, Miss Temple. I've got a telegram from Mr. Brocklehurst.
He's in class. I'll give it to him. He too gets paid very little.
That's okay.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Go to
So many telegrams.
the station and deliver this to Lizzie Joe. Keep up the good work.
All right.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget. Hi, Uncle John. This telegram must be for Willie Joe's sister, Lizzie Joe.
Right you are. I'll take you to her. Last I heard, they were fussing at each other out by the tracks.
Bye now.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
You know what's not zippy? That introduction.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Hello, Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
He's a bit of an asshole, but at least he's polite enough to give me the shit I asked for.
What's cooking?
Since you used to be a dressmaker, do you think you could help me sew something?
Me? Sew? No, I can't. Sewing takes practice, and I haven't sewed a stitch in years. Whatever it is, believe me, I'd wreck it.
Then how about giving me some pointers?
No can do. Sorry.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
Why does this picture keep moving?
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the bee's knees.
The bee's knees.
Is this your sewing machine?
Actually, that belonged to my mom. She and Jane used to be dressmakers. Mom was going to teach me how to use it, but she never got the chance.
Oh.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
In theory.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Is she the cat's pajamas? That's a good question.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants them organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
Sounds good.
Doing a lot of chores. Alright, here we go. For each variety of pie, the small pie always goes to the left of the large pie. Okay. Sandgate, 2 large cherry, 1 blue, 1 chalk. Okay. Riverbelt, 1 small and large blue, small and large chalk, and then 2 large pies. By process of elimination, cherry. So 2 large cherry. I know, right? It's just... Nancy is just everyone's gopher. Small, large chocolate, small, large cherry. Oh! No. Small, large blue, small, large chocolate, 2 large. Alright, Appleton. Small, large cherry, small, large chocolate. Small and large cherry. Small and large chocolate. Then 2 pies of the same size. It's either that or these two, so. Two large blue. 2 large chocolate and 2 different size pies. 2 large blue. 2 large chocolate. And 2 different size pies. That was Skydale, right? Yeah. 2 same size cherry, 1 large blue, 2 same size chocolate. Large blue, 2 same size chocolate. 2 large chocolate. So they are small.
There, that should do it.
Nailed it. Ha!
I'll bet those are the 2 brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. I'll bet this was taken in that passageway I found. There's something written on the back.
Already found it. There we go. Finally.
Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
Aha.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
It may even be that someone is trying to scare her on purpose.
On purpose? Who'd want to do something like that?
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Can you think of somebody else who may have had access to that picture?
Anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
You betcha.
I mean, I didn't accuse her of anything. But, here we go. Keep this note for me, tuck it in a safe place. If I ever see it, allow me to do so. Don't mention this note, don't ask me why. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You are a kind lady who sparkles like good water. Makes me think sky's the limit. Hold on, this is important. Bottom is capitalized. There we go. Still, secretary bottling plant. My business is booming, so I'm busier than ever. In fact, typing this during my lunch breaks. Please excuse the mustard stains. Bologna sandwiches. Take care of Emily if it happens to you. All you she was right. I'll come running, but quit worrying about such things. Nice place to live, sweet little girl. Keep it humming. Boarding house, not the Ritz. Washroom. Most of the house here. Honest, hardworking, and fun. Few bad apples like this girl named Marion Aborn. Dropped in the other day to borrow some bobby pins, so I went to the drawer to get some for her. When I turned around, she was going through my purse. She said it had fallen and she was putting it back, but I know what I saw. Okay. Take the train out, butter his boots. Jane. Okay. Oh.
I bet a needle goes here.
Oh, right, you need the needle. Now we do the thing. Alright, here we go. Oh, fuck.
Would I wear this?
Fuck!
No. I made too many mistakes. I bet.
Yeah, that was a bad move, Nancy. That was on me. I'll buy it. God damn, that's hard. Fucking Christ. The whole point of a sewing machine is that you're supposed to be very able to easily control everything.
Miss Drew? Not bad at all.
Sure, okay. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. Not bad. Sure. Gonna pretend that that's not bad. Right, that's the other thing. It's, I mean, they just picked a texture fabric, I think, and yeah, whatever.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
Okay.
Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe.
Not even lined.
That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned.
The law doesn't matter.
Ask if you need me.
It's locked. Naturally.
Nah. It's locked.
It's locked. It's locked. Flute.
Good fellow.
0.025 megahertz. Puck. That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream.
That was a joke. That's okay. I can trust him.
Pyramus. 7.057 megahertz.
Okay.
7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.
Anything else I can do for you?
I guess I'll be going.
Nice talking to you.
What are the cues, though? Gotta do this every time, which gets old real fast. Real old. Those are really big Phillips screws.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
This is Flute, but you sure don't sound like Puck, so explain yourself.
My name's Nancy Drew.
So where's Puck?
Well, I'm pretty sure Puck's real name was Josiah Crowley, and I hate to say it, but he passed away earlier this year.
Ah, that's a shame. Heck, I never got to give him his sentence.
His sentence?
Well, see, a while back, Puck dictated a sentence to me and told me that if and when he recited a certain passage from Shakespeare, I was to respond with that sentence. Weird fellow, that Puck.
Could you tell me the sentence?
Oh, no, Puck made me promise. I can only say the sentence after I hear the passage from Shakespeare.
Is the passage from one of his sonnets?
Darned if I know.
What if I figured out the passage? Would you tell me the sentence then?
I suppose I could do that, yes.
Did you know Puck very well?
I felt like I did. Met him over the radio a couple of years ago. What a character. What'd you say his real name was?
Josiah Crowley.
Strange. I never heard of him.
Why is that strange?
He led me to believe he was this big cheese out in Hollywood. You know, some famous producer, director or something. Said he owned his own studio.
He didn't own a
All
studio,
right.
and he certainly didn't live in Hollywood.
I'll be darned. So he was just lying to me. Well, that's all right. I may have told him a fib or three over the years myself. Like the time I told him I was a scratch golfer. I don't even know what that means. In any case, you tell me the passage, I'll tell you the sentence. Until then, over and out.
Thisbe, are you
Oh,
there?
no way.
I'm Thisbe, but only Puck calls me that. Who's this?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm afraid I have some bad news about Puck.
Oh dear, they closed the play he was starring in, didn't they? That's why I haven't heard from him. He's too far down in the dumps. Oh, I was afraid it was something like that.
Actually, you haven't heard from him because he passed away several months ago.
Oh my, that's worse, isn't it? And after all that rigmarole he went through, making sure I knew my line and understood my cue?
So he gave you a line to say and told you to repeat it only after you heard your cue, which was a passage from Shakespeare.
Why, that's exactly what he did. He did the same thing with you, didn't he? How he enjoyed spreading his love of
Or better on a regular basis. Yikes.
Appleseed of theater.
That's rough.
Yes, well, could you tell me the line he gave you to say?
I'd be delighted to.
Thisbe, are you there?
I'm waiting for my cue.
But I don't know what that is.
Puck was adamant that I not say my line unless and until I hear my cue. Sorry.
Thisbe's not your real name, is it?
No, it's what Puck called me. My real name is dull as dishwater, just like my life. Mildred. Puck was such a breath of fresh air.
His real name was...
I don't want to know. He told me that acting was his life and that he'd gotten rich and famous doing it. No matter who he was to the rest of the world, That's what he was to me, and that's how I want to remember him.
When I think I know what your favorite from Shakespeare is, I'll contact you again, okay?
Suit yourself. Over and out.
Hello, Miss Drew.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Topham.
Now what?
Could I see that copy of A Midsummer Night's Dream you have there?
Why?
Well, you said it was Josiah's favorite play. I'd just like to take a look at it.
It's a very old copy. I'd rather it not be handled unnecessarily, lest it fall completely apart. I'm sorry, Miss Drew, but request denied.
It was nice talking to you.
All right.
I'm sure it was.
Game, set, match. Huh. Time to do some breaking and entering. Maybe. See if this works.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Sounds quiet enough.
I don't hear anybody. Now would be a
Breaking and entering.
sneak inside and have a quick look at that Shakespeare book.
Clear your mind of all thoughts. Think about nothing save that spoon. Yori, be quiet. You're disturbing us.
Stupid cat.
Yes, Mrs. Jackman.
Just
All right, what do we got?
circle these quotes. But why?
Here, miss, thou speakest aright. Thou speakst aright, I guess.
Something tells me I better write down all the stuff that's circled here in my...
Shall we their fond pageant? If we the shadows.
Yes, it's okay if you blink. Just keep focusing. Your eyes, your thoughts, focus.
Should I concentrate on the top edge or the bottom?
Either one.
Just sneak back out. Haha. Oop. My mistake.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Funny enough, you can't manually turn the lights off. She just has to do that every time. Guess I better not leave the lights on. I mean, could just accept that you need to turn them off and hit the switch on the way out instead of walking out, commenting you shouldn't leave the lights on, and then walking back to turn off the switch. Alright, let's go. Come on. If you could go faster, that'd be great. I also use so much energy. Where is that electricity coming from?
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Speak to me. Hello?
Float here. That you, Nancy Drew?
Yes, it's me, and I think I know the Shakespeare passage that Puck wanted you to listen for.
Let's hear it.
Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
That's it. Here, let me check my logbook for the response. Now I'm supposed to say, leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about.
Leave by road when the owner is in, because then there will be thieves about?
Those were Puck's exact words. Well, hope I've been of some help. Over and out.
Bye then. Nice talking to you.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This is Thisbe. Are you the young lady I talked to before?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I know the cue now.
I'm listening.
If we shadows have offended, think but this and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
The authorities are alert for bad water, so do not go this way.
That's what I was to say, although my delivery was much better when Puck was coaching me. And now, as Puck was fond of saying, I bid you adieu. Over and out.
Is anyone out there? Hello? Can anyone hear me?
This is Pyramus. Who are you?
My name's Nancy Drew. Does somebody named Puck usually call you on this frequency?
Somebody named Puck used to. Apparently he found something better to do. Haven't talked to him in months.
Well, that's because he passed away not too long ago.
Oh, well, that's a good excuse.
Yeah, oh.
How'd you know he called me Pyramus?
I'm a friend of his. I found your name and radio frequency in his journal.
So why are you talking to me?
Did Puck, ever ask you to tell him something whenever he read a certain passage from Shakespeare?
Whenever he rattled off this Shakespeare quote, I was supposed to rattle off this stupid saying he gave me. How did you know?
He is a dick.
Long story. But if I were to rattle off the quote, there's no reason why you can't tell me the stupid saying, right?
Well, come to think of it, he never said the quote had to come from him. So, yeah, I guess I could tell you.
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night.
How'd you know?
Long story. What did he tell you to say in response?
Wait a minute. I had to write it down. Here, you're gonna love this. A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
A barking dog would do well to hold his tongue in a dangerous neighborhood.
I told you it was stupid.
I really appreciate your help.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of car did Puck drive, do you know?
I don't think he had a car.
And he tried to tell me he was rich. Over and out.
Well, I mean, about that. He was rich. He just didn't drive a car. Rich enough that people are still fighting over the money. Time to translate. Hobo things. Here we go. What do we got? Kind lady, good water, sky limit. Kind lady, kind woman is this very good drawing of a cat. Ooh. Okay, good water is fresh water. And sky's the limit. Okay. Leave by road. Hit the road. Owner is in. There are thieves about. You can be rich and drive other things like a submarine. I mean, y'all heard. So, like, the CEO of the company was in the submarine, right? He was one of the ones on board, and like was quoted, like basically saying that like his idea of what he was trying to say was basically like, you know, not everything can be perfectly safe. Like, if you want perfectly safe, don't get out of bed, don't leave the house, like, you know, that kind of a deal. Sure, fine, I get the sentiment, but like what he actually said was basically like, safety is for losers, and then he drove 4 other people down to the bottom of the ocean beyond the depths that submarine was rated for, and now it's smeared across the bottom of the ocean near the Titanic. Like, Jesus Christ, doesn't get any more stupid than that. Barking dog. Hold tongue, keep quiet, I'm guessing. Dangerous neighborhood. Okay. The authorities are alert. Bad water. And don't go this way. Which I'm guessing is there's no use going this way. Okay. We should have, oops, all of the symbols we need. Let's go deposit them into the big clock, which will do something. Still not entirely sure what we're looking for in all of this that we're doing with What's-Face's stuff, but here we are. Here we go. So flute, this, and 2/10. Okay, Thisbe is this, and then Pyramus, it's this, and bottom, as we have learned from the letter given to the Crandalls, that. Your goal is to reach the end of the path and to land exactly on the last spot on the board. No going over. Each card can only be used once. You do not need to use all of the cards. To take a shortcut, you need to land on a spot with a picture on it and use the same picture to take the pathway. Good luck. Man, this is so fucking much. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4. And then use the 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 7. Okay. One, 2, 3. And then the drop, which unfortunately we've already used. I have 8 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have enough. All right. 4. We don't need... How many does this got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is more valuable than this one is. So I want to hold on to the 1. 4 is the drop. I need that one. I need to make 4 without using 1 or 4. Don't have a way to do that. Do I need the 4? Huh. Let's try it. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work and we keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, we need 16. Now, that definitely can work. Yeah, let's just use them. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 left. And I have 10. Oh, hold on. I have more than enough. But I think I need exact 21. I can do this. $16. 9, 7, and 5. Nailed it. Oh, that's fire. What the fuck? That was a lot. Take this to my tiny town and for oodles of fun, use it there to hit a hole-in-one.
A golf ball. No doubt meant to be used on that golf course of Josiah's.
Okay. Tiny town. Oh, well, there you go. Just knock it right in there. Boop. Oh boy, more complicated hijinks. And
another safe deposit box key?
So, what might this one be for, do you think?
Just settle down. It's all right. It's not all right. Stop lying. Something's wrong with me.
You've got to go talk to Emily. She's in a bad way.
What do you mean? What's happened?
He's a load of barnacles, seriously.
She won't listen to me. I'm no help at all.
Just go back to River Heights, Nancy.
But I think I know where the real Will is.
It doesn't matter. I can't run the inn anyway. I'm going to have to sell it.
What do you mean?
I took a nap after I got back from running errands, and when I woke up, this was in my hand. It's one of the necklaces that I thought had been stolen. I have no idea how it got there. I must do things and not remember. All this responsibility on top of losing Mom. I can't cope with it. I'm having a, what'd Jane call it? A nervous breakdown.
Emily, just
sure.
listen to me.
I don't want to talk anymore. Go home. You're just making things worse.
I'm not going to listen, because fuck you, Emily Crandall. You're everything.
Did you talk to her? Do you see what I mean? No wonder I never saw or heard anything. It was all in her mind.
I'm not so sure, Miss Willoughby. What's more, I think I've found something that'll solve all her problems. I'll talk to you later.
gonna solve all the problems with a lot of money. Hopefully.
Hello again.
I found another safe deposit box key that belonged to Josiah.
Impossible. Josiah only had one box, and you've already opened it.
But this has to be Josiah's key.
It is one of ours. Where did you get it?
I won it playing golf at Josiah's with a special ball. I had to ace one of the holes.
Why does that sound familiar? I know why. That's what Clara always called me, her ace in the hole.
That's who this key belongs to, Clara Pickford.
Except Clara Pickford is just Josiah Crowley.
Pickford was really Josiah Crowley in disguise.
In drag.
Playing tricks like that on people and hiding things right under their noses.
That looks like it's a document.
I wonder what this is. Gloria Dowd, now Crandall, and Jane Willoughby, circa 1912.
Jane Willoughby? That doesn't look the least bit like Jane Willoughby.
No, it certainly doesn't. I'd better get back to the Lilac Inn and have a talk with her right now.
Move out of the way, would you please? I'm kind of in a hurry.
You're not going anywhere until you tell me who you really are.
What are you talking about?
I just saw a picture of Jane Willoughby, the real Jane Willoughby.
It's been swell knowing you, sister.
High-speed car chase in 1931, which means not much of a car chase at all. Notice how all the potholes got fixed? I know, right, Annie Much? Seriously.
For the state line. I know. I'll take a shortcut and head her off.
The irony of ruining the pies. The car sound is just gonna keep going in the background. Unfortunately, that's a broken part of the game.
Dear Ned, I know you'll be home from school in a couple of days.
Just gonna keep going.
To tell you, I just solved a mystery.
She's writing this as she drives.
Intercepted the letter Emily wrote to Jane
There it
Willoughby
is.
after her
Oh,
mom died.
there's back again.
Pretended to be Jane, not only so she could steal Emily's valuables, but so she could convince Emily that she was incapable of running Lilac Inn, and that she should sell it and split the money with her. On top of all that, I found Josiah Crowley's real will. In it, he left Emily so much money that she'll be able to hire all the people she needs to keep the inn going. He left Jim Archer a ton of money too, which means he won't have to close his bank. And from now on, he'll be able to buy his wife a new dress anytime he wants. As for Richard Topham, Josiah left him nothing. Although Topham still refuses to admit that he forged the first will and insists that he's going to contest the will I found. Dad says it's highly doubtful he'll succeed and that he'd be better off sticking to spoon tricks. Anyway, when you get home, I'll give you all the details over a nice big piece of slightly damaged cherry pie.
Slightly damaged.
Part of the story. As always, Nancy.
The car sound is still in the background. Alright, what's my fake award? Puzzle Pro, solving puzzles at lightning speed, because I know the solutions to most of them and cheated on the others.
News, I think. See, Frank and Joe Hardy have invited me to help them solve a mystery. Only this...
How long is this car thing gonna be a thing?
A train that was found abandoned years ago in the middle of nowhere. All of its passengers had simply vanished. Some people say the train is jinxed. Others say it's haunted. I mean, it'll be fun to finally get to work alongside the Hardy boys, but I just hope the trip we're going on doesn't turn out to be, you know, one way.
Frank and Joe Hardy and guest are invited to join Miss Laurie Gerard for a journey aboard Hurley's Comet, the last train to Blue Moon Canyon. Not gonna say anything. Not gonna say anything. Okay, there we go. Woo! So that's the end of Secret of the Old Clock. There we go. There is a divot right here where my headphones were. I don't think you can see it this way. I don't think you can see it anyway that I turn. But right here where my headphones were, it's just my hair just dips in. It's funny. That's good. That's good. Anyway, the front is totally dry, but the back is this part right here where the headphones were, and the back. Yeah, the back's not done yet. Again, I feel like I'm some kind of cyberpunk murderer. That's what this is. I'm the villain in Cyberpunk 2077. That's not real. Because the villain's actually giant corporations, and I don't look like I run a corporation in this. I look like I'm some kind of netrunner punk. Not the ideal, not what I wanted, but here we are. Ooh, I have stuff that's coming now tomorrow instead of Saturday. That's cool. Here we go. Let's open up the soundtrack ranking, get this going. And do a little bit of scene editing. There we go. And transition. Okay, so this is, oh, I forgot to change the color. Hold on. This is our soundtrack tier list. Soundtracks. Yes, this is the soundtrack because Royal Tower is an S tier. And that's S tier soundtrack, not S tier game. So I don't think I need to go much further into saying that the music for Secret of the Old Clock is fucking amazing. No notes, literally perfection on every level. Even the kind of down-tempo, beatnik, kind of electronic-ish track that's a little funkier than the 30s. It uses the Harlem mute in the trumpet and just has this really cool effect that's just very, very evocative and just super grounded in the material that it's around. It's so good. The music is so catchy. I could listen to this anytime. And the fact that I remember most of the music on a regular basis tells you pretty much all you need to know. It's great. It's fucking amazing. It's an S tier game. I am not still going to put it on the same level as Secret of the Scarlet Hand or Danger of Deception Island. I am going to put it ahead of Curse of Blackmore Manor. That's where I'm going to put it, right here. It's top 3 easily, but as far as we've gotten right now, I will say that. I cannot remember off the top of my head these other ones right now, but we will get there. But it's definitely, it's right up there. It's so good. So much fun. I love it. It's a great soundtrack. So no extra notes. That's kind of just it. That's just, we don't need to go and we don't need to debate this anymore. It's just, that is it. So let's check this out again. Delete the old one. And now we go into the actual game ranking. So my biggest issue with this one, game-wise, is that it's short. It feels short. Now, I was thinking, even as I went in today, that this feels short because I know what I'm doing and I'm just doing it. But we didn't have the issue with Curse of Blackmore Manor or Secret of the Scarlet Hand. It still took a while. We are going to end early tonight, and I still took a lot of time talking about how was my day, how was my week on Tuesday and today. So it's a pretty short game. It's shorter than the others. let's see here. How long to beat? There's a great website called How Long to Beat. I use it for streaming a lot because it helps me get a quick idea of how many streams it's going to take to finish a game. So here. So like, yeah, Secret of the Scarlet Hand is, yeah. Main story is 5.5 hours, completion is 8.5 hours. That tracks. We had 2 streams that covered about 8 hours or so. Maybe more like 6 hours. That's about right. Danger on Deception Island. Yeah, about 6 hours again. Okay. And then if we go Secret of the Old Clock, I'm curious if other people found that this was short. Okay, interesting. It still says 5 to 6 hours, but the upper end is still only 6.5 hours. So I think, yeah, it's just a shorter game. It's a shorter game. The puzzles are really good, but you're right, it's errand heavy, which is kind of annoying. Now, the errands are kind of meant to get you playing the game with the car, which is a cool touch. I think it's a really cool touch. Like introducing the car, because that's a piece of Nancy's original iconography, right? Like she was this Titian-haired teenage female teenage sleuth with a little blue roadster. Like it's always been the case. Even in the 90s when they updated her, they made her have a Mustang, right? Like it was still a blue convertible, sporty of some kind, right? Titian haired is basically like a sort of strawberry blonde-ish sort of look. I don't know, like character-wise, I have to say it does not do a lot. The characters in this game are not the strongest, and that's a bit of a shame. They're not terrible though, right? The story is really good and kind of really well done, even if some of the things like, trying to suspend disbelief are a lot like, the mechanics that Josiah Crowley was able to build, the mini golf thing, like, is pushing the realm of like what was possible in the 30s by a lot. But like, the story itself is still pretty good, and I think a lot of the reason why it still works really well is because it's actually an amalgamation of several Nancy Drew novels. Secret of the Old Clock is one of them, Mystery at Lilac Inn is another, and I think The Hidden Staircase, I might be wrong about that, don't quote me on it, but I think it's those 3 books that are kind of mashed together to create this game. And they did a really good job of writing the script, even if Emily Crandall is kind of a boring do-nothing, and Richard Topham is probably one of the better written characters. He's a giant douchebag, but he's probably one of the better written ones. Jim Archer, the banker, is also very boring. Not Jane Willoughby. Her name was Marion, I think. Marion something. The villain is she's fine. Like I mean, the thing is that she's pretending to be someone else she's not the whole time, so you don't really get to meet her in any way. And Jane Willoughby doesn't really have much of a personality to her, but that's kind of the point. She's supposed to be boring and forgettable in a lot of ways, which she did a good job of that until we figured her out. There's not really anyone else you really regularly talk to. The fact that you have to grind those stupid telegram things for money in order to do things is kind of annoying. However, the Easter eggs that they threw in with all the different places you go to, Lowood Academy being all the characters from Jane Eyre, Camp Avondale being Friday the 13th, fucking Krollmeister Nails being Upton Sinclair's The Jungle. Like, what the fuck? And even like the cute like personal ones where the library is all people they remember, professors and faculty that they remember from University of Washington and University of Madison, Wisconsin, I think. Like, those are nice touches. I like that. So, like, it's a bit of a wash at that point, I feel like. I don't know. This is a good game. It's good. It's not... It's. I think it's at least in great tier. And I would probably put it in front of Treasure in the Royal Tower. I just don't think I can give it S tier. Even though the soundtrack is amazing and the soundtrack almost saves it in a lot of different ways, it's not a terribly amazing game. Terribly comfortable to play, though. I will say that, which is something I can say of that, but not Shadow Ranch. Shadow Ranch requires a little bit more thinking, I think, whereas Secret of the Old Clock is just like translating, right? Like when you get you have something you need to decode, whereas Secret of Shadow Ranch is more like you've got to think about it. So I don't know. It's a good game. It's a good game. It's a very good game. It's very fun, but it does have some downsides that I think warrant it dropping down a little bit. So that is my official ranking. It is A tier. And there we have it. That's it for the day and the week. Bizarre. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what we're gonna do for next week. I will say that. But I'm also not sure what we're gonna do the week after that. I am going to be away next Thursday, so not a week from today. Not Tuesday. So Tuesday is still open. We'll figure something out, I think. But that's our stream for tonight. Thank you all for joining. It's been great. It's been a nice time. This is a really cool game, really fun game. I enjoy it, nonetheless. The next one is an interesting one. I have thoughts about the next one, and I am happy to share them when we get there. So we'll put a pin in it. Until then, that is our stream for tonight. Thank you all for joining. I want to start by thanking my sponsors. Thank you so very much for sponsoring the channel. If you want to support the channel, hitting that sponsor button is the best way to do it. If you're an Amazon Prime subscriber, you actually get one free subscription to any channel of your choice, and I would be delighted if you chose mine. I also can say thank you to my followers for supporting the channel the way that you do. Thank you very much. If you want to get notified when I go live, hit that follow button and you'll get an email notification, or if you have the Twitch app, you'll get a push notification on your phone. If you want to get the notification ahead of time, you can follow me at BOSTrophyWife on Instagram or on Twitter. Either way, I post usually day of what game I'm going to be playing later that day. And then, of course, the most up-to-date announcements are over here on my Discord. The link is right here in the chat. If you go ahead and click that, you'll be invited to my little Discord channel. It's a lovely, nice little community. We chat about things. We give support where it's needed. There's fun memes. We talk about games we've already played, games we're going to play, and I do polls, regular polls on what games I want to play next. So when it comes time for me to choose something different than Nancy Drew, that is probably where I'm going to be posting some kind of poll. So do keep an eye out for that if you are at all interested. And yeah, join the Discord if you feel like you wish to know more. I do have a YouTube channel all the way over there, which, as I've said several times in the last couple of weeks, is out of date. However, I have good news, because we're ending early tonight and I don't have to wake up early in the morning because I'm not going to work. I'm going to update the fucking YouTube now. So the YouTube will be updated with all of the clips, all of the streams from the past couple months, and will be an entire full archive yet again, dating all the way back to the beginning of my streams in the beginning of this channel, where I started with the Nancy Drew game. So if you want to check out what I thought about the games when I first played them here on this channel, now mind you, I've played them numerous times before, so even when I played them back then, I was going in with a lot of exposure, lots of knowledge. But if you want to like hear my thoughts in the way that I published them unfettered at the time, that's the best way to do it. You can also get an idea of different games we've streamed on the channel and the kind of broad and breadth, the broad variety of things that I play. So check that out if you're so inclined. And then finally, I do have a Ko-fi as a tip jar. The link is right there in the chat. If you are a subscriber and you'd like to throw me a couple of extra bucks this month, or if you cannot subscribe at this time but want to support me a little bit anyway, that is the best place to do it. It's just a little tip jar. Any little bit helps a lot. So thank you all so much. It's been wonderful having you all here again, back with me on this crazy journey of these crazy games. They're all so zany and fun, and tonight was no exception by any means. Neither will next one. So I will keep in touch with all of you on the Discord as to what the schedule will look like next week. It may end up being a full cancellation for the whole week, just to give me a little bit of extra space, because I'm going to be doing a lot of traveling next week. So because I've got a vacation. Woo! It's going to be fun. And I actually changed my flights today to be early morning flights, which suck, but they're direct flights instead of ones with layovers, so that will be better. But anyway, until then, have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you all soon. I will keep in touch with the Discord as what we're going to do next. And until whenever that may be, take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.